Baku speaking. Hello dear listeners, you are tuned into Azerbaijan International Radio. We are starting our English broadcast from the capital Baku. Welcome you to our analytic program. I'm your host Elchin Mirzaev. Armenia's environmental threat continues. For many years, Armenia has posed an environmental threat in violation of the fundamental principles of international law, particularly the Conventions on the Protection of Transboundary Water Resources. The actions taken by official Year 1 harm not only the environment, but also the health of the population living in the region, their socio-economic life and agriculture. One of the most serious issues is the pollution of the Araz River, which flows through Armenian territory and is of vital importance to Azerbaijan. The discharge of radioactive waste generated by the operation of the Midsamar nuclear power plant and industrial wastewater from various metallurgical enterprises directly into the Araz River has further aggravated the problem. As a result, the Azerbaijani lands within the Araz basin, agricultural areas, and the population living in these territories face a persistent environmental and health threat. The silence and lack of adequate response from the international community allows Armenia to continue its destructive environmental crimes. However, the 1992 United Nations Convention on the Protection and Use of Transboundary Watercourses and International Lakes outlines specific mechanisms and forms of responsibility for such situations. Despite Armenia's systematic violation of these and other international obligations, the issue hasn't been sufficiently raised on global platforms. Azerbaijan is utilizing both bilateral and multilateral diplomatic channels to ensure international recognition of these environmental threats and to take coordinated action in this direction. President Ilham Aliyev's special emphasis on this issue during the international forum titled Towards a New World Order held at ADA University demonstrates official Baku's commitment to addressing environmental problems. In his speech, the head of state proposed the joint monitoring of transboundary rivers, the organization of site visits for journalists and intellectuals, and the implementation of joint measures with the participation of relevant international institutions. These proposals not only aim to ensure environmental transparency, but also contribute to building trust in the region. Solving transboundary environmental problems should be one of the key areas of cooperation among regional countries and should be seen as an opportunity to strengthen trust through environmental diplomacy. Azerbaijan's approach to this issue goes beyond merely protecting its national interests. It reflects a firmer position aimed at ensuring regional environmental security. The Araz River, originating in the mountains of Erzurum in Turkey and flowing through Iran, Armenia and Azerbaijan before emptying into the Caspian Sea, is the lifeblood of the region. This transboundary water body is of strategic importance not only to the ecological system, but also to the region's socio-economic stability and public health. The Araz River directly affects the access of nearly 20 million people to drinking water, agricultural activities, and daily life needs. However, in recent decades, this vital resource has been facing a silent environmental disaster, continuous pollution and the discharge of toxic waste into the river. Address of Tolerance, Azerbaijan. As President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev emphasized in one of his speeches, Azerbaijan is already recognized globally as a model country in the establishment of interreligious and interethnic relations. The presence of the renovated Orthodox Religious Cultural Center, the Catholic Church, and the Imamzadeh complex in our country are manifestations of this environment in Azerbaijan. Alongside these, the Russian Orthodox Cathedral Church, the Savior Evangelical Lutheran Church, the Alexander Nevsky Russian Orthodox Church in Ganja have all been restored by the state. The Orthodox Religious Cultural Center of the Diocese of Baku and Azerbaijan has also been built. Moreover, the restoration of the Alban Udi Church in Chotari, Gabala, and the Orthodox churches in Baku, as well as the construction of the Holy Mary Church in Baku, have been carried out within the framework of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation's project Address of Tolerance Azerbaijan. Additionally, the Holy Mary Alban Church in the village of Nik Gabala has been thoroughly restored by the Haydar Aliyev Foundation. Azerbaijan has contributed to the preservation of Christian heritage not only within its borders, but also on a global scale. With the support of our country, the catacombs of Saint Sebastian in the Vatican, as well as the restoration of the catacombs of Saints Marcellinus and Peter in Rome, have been carried out under the bilateral agreement signed between the Haydar Aliyev Foundation and the Holy See regarding the restoration of Roman catacombs. These initiatives are clear examples of our country's religious tolerance. Taking into account the importance of promoting Azerbaijan as a model of tolerance to the world, where multiculturalism has become a way of life, as well as analyzing and promoting the philosophical, social, political, and other aspects of various multicultural models in the context of Azerbaijani realities, the Baku International Center for Multiculturalism was established in our capital by the order of President Ilham Aliyev. From its inception, the center has declared the promotion of Azerbaijan, its multicultural values, and traditions of tolerance around the world as its main direction as determined by the President. In order to preserve, further develop, and widely promote multiculturalism traditions in Azerbaijan, the President signed a decree declaring 2016 the year of multiculturalism in the Republic of Azerbaijan, which became another clear expression of the state's attitude toward the multicultural environment in the country. The establishment of the Azerbaijan Institute of Theology on the basis of President Ilham Aliyev's decree, dated February 9, 2018, has been an effective step toward preserving and developing the religious spiritual environment rooted in the nation's historical traditions and training highly qualified national personnel for organizing religious activities. The multiculturalism policy implemented by the state aimed at promoting Azerbaijan as a global example of tolerance, and the activities carried out in this direction have become exemplary for other countries. Today, all necessary conditions have been created in our country for representatives of all nationalities and religions to live in full mutual understanding and national unity. It is unacceptable to instill ideas in any ethnic or religious minority group, suggesting that they are superior to others because of their religious affiliation. As President Ilham Aliyev stated, we not only regulate and resolve inter-ethnic and inter-religious relations at the highest level within the country, but we also set an example to the world. This is how development should be. Multiculturalism must be an irrepressible movement. I believe that by demonstrating this example, we are also expanding our influence elsewhere.